The Portuguese man-of-war drifts to the shore, is deserted by his strange comrades, and is cast up on the beach to die, and become food for the ghost crabs. It would be good to think that the butterfly fish find another protector, but I cannot be convinced of this. Many miles they have traveled together in some affinity as strange as beautiful, and it is a long, perilous way back to the depths of the Gulf Stream. I rather imagine the little butterfly fish are lost on the shoals, prey to innumerable keen-eyed enemies. Assuredly they have no defense once they have parted from the Portuguese man-of-war. The long 6-foot feelers of this sea creature secrete a poisonous substance that is paralyzing to the flesh of man, and probably equally so to fish. Perhaps the butterfly fish find their protection inside the radius of these long feelers. The winter of 1924 was noted all over the South and West as being one of unusually bad weather. At Long Key for days there had been unsettled weather, southwest winds and northwesters, and finally the genuine Del Norte. One day was very cold. Then for 2 days the wind lulled at noon, and the afternoons grew calm and warm. At last the wind made a little shift toward northeast. I went out to the Gulf Stream one morning, cool, invigorating, with the sun not too bright and the sea just ridged with white. We headed for Half Moon Reef, and trolled across it, hoping to catch a mackerel for bait. But we were not so fortunate. We went on into the stream. It did not seem as blue as usual, which was owing, no doubt, to the reflection of sky. The sea grew somewhat rough, then gradually went down with the breeze. I trolled a cut bait of mullet, not overly fresh, and it was a long time until I had a strike. I saw the sailfish. He looked big and bronze. He let go, then came back, took the bait with a swoop, and shot away. I let him run. I was using 6'9" tackle, and handled it accordingly. I hooked this fish. He ran a long way without leaping. When he circled, we ran to meet him. Then he swerved toward us, and I could not get in the slack, though I wound the reel with might and main. We could not locate him, and at last, when I saw the line going under the boat, it was too late. He leaped on the other side, a big sailfish with his sails spread. The line had a lot of slack, and it floated up on the swells before I could reel in, and it fouled on the boat. We tried to poke it loose, but finally had to break it and pull up the other part with a gaff and break that. Then we tied the ends together. The sailfish was still on. I worked him toward the boat to find that he was keeping company with several others. Here the hook pulled out. All our trouble had been in vain. The other sailfish disappeared. This was a bad start. It augured ill. We went on. A little later I saw a white fish about 2 feet long darting toward the stern. It was a huge remora, and he was evidently making for the boat to attach himself to it, perhaps taking it for a fish. The remora species has a flat disc on top of its head, an arrangement of suckers, and with these he clings to the fish he lives upon. The remora, sucking fish, shipholder, pilot fish are all one and the same, although there are many varieties. Seldom is a sailfish or shark or swordfish caught that does not have one or more of these little parasites on him, often in the gills. Presently I espied the sharp, spear-pointed tails of sailfish riding the swells. We ran close to discover a large school. They always work south against the Gulf Stream current. I never saw a sailfish swimming or leaping any way except against the current. We crossed in front of them, and I had a strike. I hooked this one, and he came out at once, throwing the hook. My bad start was holding on. We chased the school and got in front of them again. I could see the slim, smooth, bronze backs cutting the water, and the sickle tails coming out of the swells. Soon I had 3 or 4 after my bait, and one got away with it. We lost this school before we could get out another bait. In the succeeding hours I sighted 3 more large schools, and I hooked 5 more fish, only one of which I got to the boat. We fooled a good deal with several, trying to make them leap for pictures. Otherwise I might have caught 1 or 2 more. Late in the afternoon I hooked a large wahoo, and lost it too. This